Madame la Ministre, Monsieur le Recteur, chers doyens, chers directeurs, dear PhD graduates, dear friends and family, leef alle goe. Ich wünsche euch ganz herzlich willkommen auf unserer heutigen PhD graduation feier. A warm welcome to our ceremony of the 2024 PhD graduations. My name is Simone Niclou. I am Vice Rector for Research of the university, and I have the privilege of guiding you through the ceremony today. For those of you, I think we have also some online guests. I also welcome everyone out there in the world. I hope you can join us in this festive atmosphere. The program will include 2 welcome addresses, the conferment of Excellent Thesis Awards and several presentations of these awards, the conferment of the doctoral degrees, some closing words, which will be followed by a photo session. And all through the program, I'm very pleased that we will be accompanied by our wonderful musical team, who have just disappeared from the scene, but they are called the Roosters, and they are doing a fantastic job of accompanying us today. So today, we will confer today the diplomas to 188 graduates, they are not students anymore, of the academic year 23-24. This is surely a day of joy for you, for your family and friends, but also for us. As a research university, the work of the PhD candidates is very crucial, and celebrating young researchers is a particular highlight for us, and it's actually the coronation of our graduation week, which is ending today. So on behalf of the whole rectorate and the entire university, I congratulate you most warmly for your achievements. Well done. I would like to send a very special vielmals merci to all the supervisors who have accompanied you during your path, be it from the university or from our partner research institutes, LIST, LISA, LIH, and who play an important role, of course, during your path through the PhD. Many of you came from other countries and other cultures to do your doctorate here in Luxembourg. This year, altogether, you are representing 51 different nations, with German, Luxembourgish, and Italian graduates representing the majorities. This diversity of cultures and languages has surely contributed to making your doctorate not only a path of scientific growth, but surely also an amazing opportunity to broaden your perspectives and grow on the human dimension. We thank you for all the trust you have put into the university and in the Grand Duchy. A doctorate is a long, sometimes bumpy, but exciting journey of discovery. Doctoral candidates and their published works are important cornerstones of science. Actually, this week, you may know, the Nobel Prizes are also awarded in Stockholm. They highlight the extraordinary achievements of scientific discovery. For example, in physics, the Nobel Prize this year went to discoveries leading to machine learning with neural networks. In chemistry, the first applications of AI models for predicting protein structure was awarded. And in most cases, all of these works start with a PhD. So good luck. Your work builds your CV, but it also strengthens our reputation as a research university. It contributes to put Luxembourg on the map of a knowledge-driven society and helps to make us fit for the future. So let us look at some key figures for tonight. We have among us 31 newly graduated computer scientists, 28 biomedical scientists, 24 physicists, 21 engineers, a number of lawyers, economists and financial experts, historians, geographers, educational scientists, linguists, literary scientists, sociologists, psychologists, political scientists, and philosophers. It's amazing. Together, all these talents will contribute to society, whether through research, education, policy making, technological or cultural development. Very interesting, according to our latest survey among PhD graduates, more than half of our PhD graduates remain employed in Luxembourg 2 years after graduation. Nearly all of them declare that their current work is related to the work they have done during their PhD. So this is not only a proof of the fact that our PhDs are doing well, but also that the job market needs your talents, and in all different fields, whether in industry, in public administration, in academia, in healthcare, or anywhere else in society. Dear PhD graduates, the highest academic degree that you are receiving today is a quality label. It's also a label of responsibility. It shows to society that it can rely on your judgment, your scientific assessment, and your expertise. Use this expertise for the benefit of society. Also, make sure to stay in touch and connect with your former colleagues and former PhD alumni. I hope you will always be as proud of the University of Luxembourg as the university is of you. It has been a privilege and pleasure to have you with us. Thank you very much. And now it is my pleasure to welcome our rector, Jens Kreisel, to give his welcome speech. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Madame la Ministre, dear PhD graduates, dear colleagues, families and friends, moyen. Bienvenue à notre cérémonie des gradués pour les Thésards de cette année. Ich freue mich wirklich, Sie alle heute Nachmittag hier begrüßen zu können in unserem wunderbaren Auditoire. Welcome to this PhD graduation ceremony at the University of Luxembourg. And I just want to say I cannot think really of a better way of finishing this week, but in fact this year, by celebrating our PhD graduates of this year. Now, when you have started your journey as a PhD, most of you, and in our time we have been in the middle of Corona, so likely the most difficult moment where you could start really your PhD, and I remember this very well, because at that moment I was still Vice Rector for Research and in charge of doctoral education. And to be very honest, I've been at that moment, and I think all our professors and supervisors at that moment, we have been very worried about how it will be for you as PhD students, because we know what it means to do a PhD. We know that the PhD is a very personal, is really a lifetime project. We know that it is an ambition project that you have for your life. We know how important it is for your academic career. And we know that even without Corona, doing a PhD is a true roller coaster. there are these very intense moments of doubts you must all have had. And as we often say, scientists know very well what they don't know. Now, we look like people who know everything, but in fact, we know what we don't know. And that's not always a good feeling, isn't it? But then you must have had these other moments of joy when you have been doing experiments and they worked out. You looked through the microscope and you saw perhaps something that no one else before on Earth has ever seen. You have been understanding a problem. Perhaps you've been the first person on Earth understanding that problem. You have been thinking about equations, about culture, and about society. So I hope, and I'm really sure, that you have had both these enormous moments of doubts and these enormous moments of pleasure. So you have been in this roller coaster, and you have been in a roller coaster of Corona. And I have to say, it's really just good to see you here. It's really great to see you. And as a byproduct, you have earned the highest academic degree. You are a doctor today. So congratulations really to all of you. So dear graduates, I would love to ask you to stand up. Can you do that for me? Just stand up, all of you. Just the graduates, huh? Okay, so I know that there are in this room your friends or your family, depends on you. Some are also your supervisors, and I would love to ask you to turn around. And you try to find them behind you. Family, supervisors, friends, just try to find them. Just really look at them. Grandparents, some might have their kids, okay? And dear parents, you've got your kids in front of you, right? You've got a brave kids in front of you. They are doctors today, and they are pretty smart. Just as smart as you are, right? And dear graduates, you see those who have accompanied you in one way or another throughout your career, financially, whatever support, emotional support, love. And these people you have just seen before, they are just utterly proud of you. So you have really all the right to be also proud of you. And I would like to give you just a clap in both directions, to your kids, and you give it back to your parents and supervisors. You can sit down, and we continue. So after this moment, a bit more of emotion, I must say I still reflect, how my father and my mom would have been sitting there, and I remember, in fact, that when I had my PhD viva, my dad afterwards came to me and said, Jens, just didn't understand a word, but it was wonderful. So let us speak a little bit more about the future. For you, it's a personal success, dear graduates. For us, the society, it's really a gift that you have and that you give us. And whether you stay in Luxembourg, and we have just heard many of you stay in Luxembourg, or you go abroad, the society will benefit from your research and your expertise. So, as I said, I remember my own PhD, and at some point there is a moment of, and now what do I do? I know that many of you are already in a job, but this question persists, and there is so much to be said about this that I will limit myself just to 2 points. The first thing is that, of course, the life ahead of you is, so as I said, some came with their kids. Who's that? That's cool. So there is a colorful picture ahead of you, and you will become a painter without knowing it, of your future colorful picture. So there is a life after PhD, very fortunately, right? And it will be pretty exciting. So the next 20, 40 years will be pretty exciting. They will be very challenging, but you will be the actors of the green transition, you will be the actor of the digital transition, You will live really the rise of artificial intelligence much more than we would have ever been in this. You will transform the society, you will transform the culture of this country and other countries, you will progress education and health. And by all these challenges, you will be in an exciting time. You will have a few. So you will be the actors of these years. And I strongly believe that you've got everything in your hand to face this exciting time, but very certainly also the challenges ahead of you, because you have been trained for doing this. So when you do a painting, it is better to visualize beforehand what you're painting. So I would love to give you a number of colors, perhaps, and I would like to speak to you for some minutes about the people who are behind the numbers that Simone has just been given to you, because there are people in the back. And I would like to speak about Mina, Panagiotis, Nathalie, Martin, and Françoise, who have been doing their PhD at our university throughout the last 2 years, and would like to tell you about what their colors have been. That might give you ideas, and you might already think about what Simone and I will say in 2 years' time when we're standing here and we speak about you. So there's Mina. Mina is, let's say, it's a red, okay? She has done a PhD in biology at our university. She's an expert in immuno-oncology. She won an excellent thesis award. And now today, she's living in California, and she is in one of the largest biotech companies of the world, really at the forefront of the field. Then there is a blue, and that is Panagiotis. Panagiotis did a PhD in European law, and he is now a referendaire at the European Court of Justice. So he is driving our just society and is accompanying one of the most important courts of our time. Then there is Nathalie, orange. She did a PhD in linguistics. She also has won the excellent PhD award, and she is now linguist at the Center for Letzter Spruch. So she stayed in Luxembourg just as Panagiotis did before. Then there is Martin, let's say he's a green, and he did a PhD in physics. He received the Rolf Tarach Prize, and he is now a postdoc at Stanford University in the States. And finally, we've got some purple, and that is Françoise. And Françoise, she did her PhD in 22, the Luxembourg Center for Systems Biomedicine, and she is now a member of the Parliament of Luxembourg. So you see there are many colors around. These are a little bit randomly selected examples. I asked for a number of them, and I've selected them out of 40, which have been proposed, and I thought it's a better idea just cutting it down to 5. So we are really waiting for your color in this picture. The second point I would like to make in this colorful picture, which will be your life in the next years, is that one particular color will be artificial intelligence. Whatever your job will be, your professional life or your private life in different paths, you will very certainly cross artificial intelligence in one or the other way. It might be around these hypes. Today, toothbrushes are powered by AI, or it might be many, many other things. So when we speak about artificial intelligence, there is very often the question about, is it a fact, is it a fiction, or hype? And people often say this to criticize things, but I think if you can say about a topic, fact, fiction, or hype, that's really exciting. There is some real stuff, there is something to dream, and there is something crazy. So it will be good if you go after things where you can ask fact, fiction, or hype. So what's a fact about artificial intelligence? It is very clearly a disruptive technology, and there can't be any doubt about this, and it comes with absolutely outstanding opportunities. It will change our world, I'm quite convinced. We will see in the next years what it will actually really change and how big the change will be. But the most important thing to realize is that we are only at the beginning of the changes that AI might bring us. So this tells us that we've got basically no clue. Basically, I often say it's like a tsunami. You know, there is this moment where the water retracts, and you know that the wave is coming, but you've got still no idea how big the wave is, when it will exactly come. We don't know that, but we know that there is artificial intelligence coming. But it comes at a cost. you must realize, and I really would like you to ask, to realize that there is also a significant environmental footprint to all this. Our brain of a human, the consumption is 30 watt. It's 30 joules per second. Whatever it is, if you compare this to a training of a ChatGPT model, the ChatGPT model is 1 megawatt, right? So there is a price to the digital transition, and I would like you also to keep this in mind. The digital transition today accounts for about 2.5% of the worldwide CO2 emission, and it's also your job to see how we can reduce this energy consumption, because we will not stop the digital transition. And then there is very clearly a need for responsible AI. It's not being naive about what artificial intelligence will do to our lives and to our societies. There is also fiction. The fiction I really believe is that AI will take over the world tomorrow. I just don't believe in that. There might be autonomous cars in San Francisco in different places, but we don't, for 10 years we're saying autonomous cars are coming all over, and that even that is not coming. So they will not take over the world, but there might be a threat really to democracy when it comes around fake news. So what are the main things really you should keep in mind? One very important point is that you keep on learning on AI in depth, on surface, but you need to keep on learning, because in your different positions you might have, you don't want to be in a position just managing things or thinking about it, but identifying the opportunities and also the risks which might come with artificial intelligence. That is really important. What is also important that we get on the view of AI, and for shaping it, a view of all different disciplines, and we do not restrict it to science and technology, that we also get a view from law on it. How is the legal context on this? That we reflect on what does it do to our education? How is the psychology of implementing AI? What does it do to our society and our culture? And that we don't forget, what it is, what we are, humans, what is our strength. So often we discuss, while being in the evenings, what really is the difference from AI to us, and people say, oh, it's an intelligence and gut feeling and so on. Don't really believe in that. Gut feeling is very much also about memory, so an AI which knows everything, it cuts down the gut feeling to something quite a bit. When you discuss with experts internationally, scientists, a word which often comes up for describing what is it really being humans, one word which often comes up is consciousness. It's an interesting word. It is really basically saying it's awareness of our existence and of our environments. And we can't just open up a brain and say, oh, look at the consciousness now. Okay, here it's relatively small for one, and it's really big for others. It's a meta-analysis, but what the best researchers in the world who reflect on consciousness say is it comes from the fact that our brain is not living just like this, it's living in a body. And that means that we can feel heat. We feel what it is being hungry. We feel what it is falling in love. We feel what it is being jealous. So our way of collecting data is very particular. So I think it's an interesting thing to reflect about this, that really what is special is that our machine is living in a body. The other part, I believe, which will be important for you when you reflect about AI later on, is also keeping what you've learned during your PhD. It's having an extraordinary capacity of analyzing things, is your capacity of reflecting on things, is your capacity of criticizing things. In your PhD, you have been criticizing the world literature. You have been criticizing ideas which are there around perhaps for 100 or 200 years. So bloody the hell, you can criticize also AI here and there. And what you know how to do is contextualizing things, putting a technology context around things, a moral context around things, culture, society. That's also a strength of human, is contextualizing things. This is also what you have learned during your PhD. It's not just the technical thing. And you have been accompanied by this, by your supervisors, so I would really like to thank the supervisors and the doctoral schools who have been accompanying you in this, for all the commitment we have at the PhD supervisors at the university and the personal support you have been given to young scientists. I also would like to thank the Luxembourgish government for supporting this university and giving us this opportunity for accompanying the country and the international place with these things. And after these 2 points, I would like to share with you one of my own guiding principles, and I will stop with this. And it comes from a very well-known scientist, Alexander von Humboldt, a famous scientist. He has been a traveler, he has been an explorer, and he once stated something which I believe is these days perhaps more important than ever. He said, "The most dangerous view of the world is a worldview of those who have not viewed the world." Also in other words, who have not traveled. Oder in seiner eigenen deutschen Sprache und in meiner eigenen deutschen Sprache hat er gesagt, die gefährlichste aller Weltanschauungen ist die der Menschen, die die Welt nie angeschaut haben. So as you embark on your careers and the next years, I would like to ask you to travel, I would like to ask you to explore, and I would like to ask you to do this physically by going to other countries, but also intellectually on crossing borders. I would like to ask you to remain open to other disciplines and to other professions, languages, cultures, ideas and views, and I think it has never been so important than today. So, dear PhD graduates, it has been a privilege, an absolute privilege, and a pleasure to have you with us. C'était un privilège, un réel privilège de vous accueillir au Luxembourg. C'est un privilège de vous accueillir dans notre université, et c'était un privilège de pouvoir vous accompagner chacune et chacun sur ce chemin vers un doctorat. You have now, I believe, the tools and the skills to design the future, and we all in this room, we are waiting for your color and for your colorful picture of the years to come. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And I would like to invite our Minister, Stéphanie Aupatin, to the floor.
Dear Rector, dear Vice Rectors, dear Deans, dear Directors, dear graduates and ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great joy and deep admiration that I take the floor today at this very special ceremony devoted to the awarding of PhD degrees. Dear graduates, you are the key players in this moment, and I would like to offer my most sincere congratulations. Each degree awarded today symbolizes years of hard work, intellectual exploration, and resilience in the face of the complex challenges of research. You have not only collected knowledge, but also developed unique skills that will enable you to shape the world of tomorrow. Your PhD, far from being just a line in a CV, is the fruit of a process rich in learning and experience. It's a course where you learned to manage the unknown, keep going even when things are uncertain, and collaborate with peers from a variety of backgrounds. You have also contributed through your work to enrich not only your respective disciplines, but also the reputation of the University of Luxembourg as a key player in the international research landscape. Mesdames et Messieurs, en tant que ministre de la Recherche et de l'Enseignement supérieur, je suis fière de constater à quel point le Luxembourg a su bâtir un écosystème de recherche dynamique et attractif. Depuis le début de ce siècle, nous avons investi de manière constante et stratégique pour renforcer les capacités de nos institutions, attirer des talents et encourager une recherche interdisciplinaire essentielle pour répondre aux grands défis contemporains. À ce titre, je tiens à souligner que vos travaux de doctorat s'inscrivent pleinement dans cette vision ambitieuse, que vous ayez exploré des questions liées aux sciences fondamentales, aux technologies de pointe ou encore aux sciences humaines. Chacun de vos projets contribue à bâtir un avenir plus durable, plus juste et plus innovant. Ces ambitions nationales s'appuient également sur une collaboration étroite entre l'université, les instituts de recherche et les partenaires industriels. L'Université de Luxembourg joue un rôle clé en formant des chercheurs de renommée mondiale et en favorisant la création de connaissances qui peuvent être mises au service de notre société. Vous, chers lauréats, vous êtes désormais les ambassadeurs de cette excellence académique. Que vous poursuivez vos carrières dans le monde académique, dans l'industrie, ou que vous lanciez vos propres initiatives entrepreneuriales, vous portez avec vous un bagage unique. Ce bagage ne se limite pas aux compétences techniques ou scientifiques, il inclut également une curiosité insatiable, une capacité à innover, une envie de relever les défis avec audace. Je tiens également à remercier chaleureusement vos directeurs et vos superviseurs de thèse, ainsi que toute la communauté académique qui vous a soutenu. Votre succès est aussi le reflet de leur engagement et de leur guidance et de leur passion pour l'éducation et la recherche. Finally, a word to your families and friends who have shared with you the joys and challenges of this demanding journey. Your support has been invaluable and the success is also yours. Dear graduates, by 2030, Luxembourg aspires to become a leader in the knowledge society while remaining true to its values of sustainability, diversity, and innovation. The global challenges we face require innovative solutions and brilliant minds. I am convinced that you, the new PhDs, are ready to take up these challenges and play a central role in building this future. I wish you every success in your future endeavors. Continue to explore, inspire, contribute to our society with the same commitment and passion that has brought you to this point. Congratulations to everyone on this outstanding achievement. You can be proud of what you have achieved, and we are proud of you. Thank you, everyone.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Ministre. Now we are coming to a great highlight of today's ceremony, namely to the conferment of the Excellent Thesis Awards. And after that, we will also have a glimpse into some of the theses presented by the graduates. So we will start with the doctoral school in science and engineering, and I have the pleasure to welcome Professor Stephanie Kreis, head of the doctoral school, to bring on stage with her the laureates, thank you Stephanie, who have been awarded the Excellent Thesis Award. And also I'd like to invite Anja, our head of Office of Doctoral Affairs, who is at the heart of doctoral education at the university. Many of you will know her, and she will help to guide us through the names. Thank you.
So maybe we can take the slide before. Sorry. So all Excellent Thesis awardees from the DSSE, you see your name on these slides. Please come to the blue carpet. And we will call now each of them individually according to your doctoral programs, and we start with the doctoral program in computer science. and computer engineering. And we can go to the next slides. And we start with Salyona Dirmishi. Florian Felten. And maybe you can wait here and we take a pic. And you can wait there and we take a photo with all of you. Thomas Deckert. Daniel Nossow. Johannes Lauer. Tara Trautwein. Alfredo Romero Guzman. Shubra Acharya. Iria Carmen Fernandez Botana. And Begonia Talavera Anduja. And we take a photo with all of the awardees, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. The next one is the doctoral school in law. Please, Joanna Mendes, join us on stage. And I would also like to ask the excellent thesis awardee, Mr. Alessio Belli, to join us on stage. Thank you, Joanna. We continue with the doctoral school in economics, finance, and management, and I ask Professor Pierre Picard to join us on stage, and the awardee, Alena Podaneva. Thank you. And we continue with the doctoral school in humanities and social sciences. I ask Professor Lena Stevica, the deputy head of the school, to join us on stage. And all the 5 awardees, please come to the blue carpet. And we start with Yannick Kohl. Blondine Landau. Irene Portas Vázquez. Arno Mertens. And Valentin Emslander. And please join us for a group photo.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to these special awards. Now, you may wonder, what have these people been doing all these years? And that's actually really the exciting part of it. And I'm very pleased that we will have 5 presentations now from the graduates from the different schools. And for that, I'd like to ask back on stage Stephanie Kreis to introduce the 2 presentations from her school. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to present this year's 2 pitches, as we call them, 3-minute short talks selected by the Doctoral School in Science and Engineering. We have the prestigious task to select the Excellent Thesis awardees every year, which is quite a bit of work, going through several rounds of committees. And the Doctoral School in Science and Engineering had lots of nominees this year. And we selected the 12 candidates that you've just seen on stage. And of those, we do another round of selection to select the 2 who get the possibility to present their work to you today. And we will start with the Department of Engineering and Dr. Daniel Nosov, if you would like to join me on stage. Dr. Nosov did his PhD at the LIST, our partner institute, under the supervision of Professor Alexander Schalplov. And the title is quite a mouthful: Novel Polymer Electrolytes Derived from Co-Activation of Complementary Polyionic Liquids and/or Charged Silica Nanoparticles. Sounds complicated, but I'm sure Daniel is going to explain to us what this is all about. We're looking forward to your pitch.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Nosov, and as many of you, this year I defended and became a doctor, and I want to share with you in small details what my thesis was about. So for the last 4 years I was working on the development of new electrolytes for batteries and supercapacitors, and I want to start my presentation with a small question. Does it seem familiar to you? You're standing in the train, minding your business, and out of nowhere, trains start to move and you're losing your balance. And usually I'm wondering, why is it happening? Why they cannot start moving smoothly? And the answer to that is that actually trains are really heavy, more than several thousand tons. And to give a push to the train, you need a lot of energy simultaneously. And to solve this problem, engineers introduced supercapacitors there. And supercapacitors are less known cousins of batteries, and the thing here, they can release huge amount of energy in short amount of time, so they're perfect for that application. And modern supercapacitors are based on liquid electrolytes, and indeed they can provide high level of performance, but the problem is there. If the sealing is damaged, electrolyte is leaking out of the device, and we have toxic chemicals outside which can damage human environment, so problematic. And future supercapacitors, they not only provide high performance, but also they are safe, flexible, and just devices of the future. So, and to realize this thing, the most ideal material is solid polymer electrolytes. And currently in literature, the most important one and the most famous one is polyionic liquids. But the problem with them is that they cannot provide enough, like a sufficient performance. So to tackle this problem, we developed a new type of material by simple mixing of oppositely charged polyionic liquids, which we called dynamic ion gel. It's here on the slide. And to prepare these materials, first I synthesized a lot of small monomers, molecules. After that, it was polymerized into long polymer chains with charged units. And I mixed them in different ratios and in different combinations to obtain 14 formulations of dynamic ion gels. And the best of them were applied as electrolytes and supercapacitors. So finally, you can see how this dynamic ion gels looks like. And notably, it was possible to move from viscous liquid consistency to chewing gum consistency. And this chewing gum was applied in supercapacitors, which gave a rise to the device, which is safe. Chewing gum cannot leak. Present high performance, and at the same time, it's flexible. It's possible to bend the device. So I couldn't do this work by myself, so I'm really grateful for all the collaborators who were participating, especially to my supervisor, Alexander Shaplov, to my parents, and of course, thank you for your attention. Next time you're in the train, think about supercapacitors.
Thanks, Daniel. Our second pitch will be done by Dr. Tara Trautwein, if you would like to come and join me. Tara did a PhD in mathematics, and that in itself is unusual because we don't have many young women choosing the field of mathematics. And not only did you manage to complete it, you were rated as an excellent young mathematician by internal and external experts, and on top of that, you served as the representative in our PhD, in our doctoral school for almost 2 years, I think. And that's a very responsible and important task because you are, or you served as the spokesperson for more than 600 candidates in the school. So thank you very much for that. And we are looking forward to hear from you what you found out about random graphs.
Thank you. Yes, I would like to thank the university to give me the opportunity to talk about my thesis today, and of course also for giving me this award. I'm very, very honored. So I've called this the mathematics of random graphs because random graphs were a big part of the work that I did. So let me give you an example. Imagine you build a house in the middle of nowhere and you connect it to the electricity grid. And then for every subsequent house that you build, you connect it to the closest other house that's already standing. And so this gives you a grid, and you want to know what would be the maintenance cost of such a grid. Because if such an electricity grid is extremely large, of course, this will be hard to calculate exactly, and instead you turn to approximate results. Now, for us, such a network consists of random points and connections. It's a mathematical model. And the points can represent houses or mobile phone users in a telecommunication network, whatever you want. Now, we would like to show that, especially if such a graph is very large, the cost is approximately distributed like a bell curve. That's something that we know well, that we understand, that we can work with. But for this particular network, this question was asked in 2009, and it has remained open ever since. Now, one brilliant method for tackling this kind of result was developed by my supervisor and his co-authors, and it has had an extremely large number of applications, various different models, but the one that I introduced was out of scope for this method. And so my work consisted in extending the method, push it as far as it would go, so that we can now include the outlier method, the outlier model that I presented. Now, let me walk you through the details of what I did. Never mind, I am going to skip over this. Don't worry, I'm not going to torture you with large amounts of mathematics. But so my work consisted in essentially extending the classical result you see on the lower left to the more complicated thing on the upper right. And the way to do that turned out to be to go back to some classical theory from the 80s, extend it to a broader context, and then I managed to show this result that was conjectured in 2009 for this more complicated model. Not only did I apply this to this one model, but I also looked at various other models because the method in itself is very general, and it was even applied by some people who work on SDEs. That's the thing you see up on top. That's something that's not random graphs, but it's something that is more applicable in, say, finance, rather than random graph theory. And to finish off, well, my biggest thank you goes to my supervisor, of course, and to the university for this great time that I had in my PhD here. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Isn't this amazing? I'm impressed. Now, I'd like to invite Professor Pierre Picard to introduce the next presenter. Thank you.
It's an honor for me as head of the doctoral school and the supervisor to present Alena for this award. So I don't know whether you know health, whether you know economics. Alena has specialized in health economics. I don't know whether you know PPP. The Rector, you know what this is? Public-private partnership. She specialized in that in the health sectors of the UK. Whether it's good or bad, you have to hire her. So Alena, please come and give your presentation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Many thanks for being present today. And I'm very honored to get this award today. I want to thank the doctoral school and, of course, my supervisor, Professor Pierre Picard, for the support during this challenging trip, let's say. So I'm happy to share my research today that I've been working on for the last 4 years. My thesis is about public and private procurement of services in healthcare sector. So why should we care about it? The healthcare costs across European Union are rising, and there is a need to optimize it or keep them in check. Moreover, private parties are now also part of these expenditures, which necessitates a systematic understanding of the costs. The government is no longer the sole source of financing. So everybody of you remember how we faced the COVID, and only thanks to the collaboration between the public sector and the private sector, the vaccine was created. So the same dynamic takes place in the construction sector and also in the space sector. There is always the choice for the government either to choose traditional procurement to build public hospitals and just use taxpayers' money, or to attract private financing and to choose one of the forms of public-private partnership. So in my thesis, I focus on private finance initiatives. And I try to understand under which conditions it's better for the government to choose publicly procured hospitals to build and maintain, or to attract private financing. And of course, I measure it with respect to the benefits for the society, for us. So my thesis solves three main problems. First, I try to understand why actually costs under the public-private partnership are consistently higher than under the traditionally procured hospitals. Second, I try to understand which services should be outsourced or delivered in-house within the hospitals in order to maximize the social benefit for the society. And third, I deep digger in the contracts and try to understand what is the balance between internal enforcement and external enforcement. One of the main findings, a part of many others that I had in my research, is that privately procured hospitals constantly have higher costs, for example, due to high energy costs or maintenance costs, along with longer in line in services. Moreover, my theoretical model found out that soft facility management services like cleaning, catering, and portering for the private hospitals should be outsourced, while public hospitals should deliver them in-house. Only in this case, we as a society would benefit. And I want to finalize my pitch, attracting your attention that institutions and governments, when choosing the procurement type for the hospital, should not only take into account the risk, but also take care about the warranty. In my thesis, I talk about builder's warranty. Finally, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the University of Luxembourg and Luxembourg National Research Fund for this opportunity to do this research. And the last thing from my side that I want to add, and the thing that I followed during my thesis, is believe in your dreams. They tend to come true. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm not sure if you also checked the quality of the hospitals as a parameter. Okay, I would like to invite Joanna Mendes, Professor Joanna Mendes, to announce the next presenter. Thank you.
So it's a great pleasure to introduce here, to bring Dr. Alessio Belli to the stage. His thesis has been selected by a committee composed of law professors of the University of Luxembourg, but based also on an external report by an external evaluator based on criteria of excellence, which include the excellence of the analysis and the importance of the contribution to the field. And his thesis, L'héritage oublié, la citoyenneté sociale à la recherche d'un nouvel imaginaire normatif, is a thesis in legal theory, which also shows that the importance of legal theory to the field of law. So, Alessio, the floor is yours.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Je suis très content d'être là. Je vous remercie de votre présence. Voilà. Et les points de départ de notre recherche est le fait de s'interroger sur un élément distinctif de la culture juridique et politique européenne, c'est la citoyenneté sociale et les droits sociaux. Donc, les points de départ est le fait que les constitutions européennes du XXe siècle reposent sur un consensus transversal entre les différents courants politiques quant à la nécessité de définir et garantir un ensemble de droits sociaux fondamentaux et des politiques sociales destinées à assurer un niveau suffisant de justice sociale. Et bien qu'à des moments différents et selon des modalités qui dépendent de parcours historiques et politiques particuliers, ces consensus sous-tendent l'émergence d'un paradigme constitutionnel commun, défini dans les débats académiques comme constitutionnalisme social. Et de notre point de vue, prendre au sérieux l'affirmation de ces paradigmes constitutionnels signifie identifier, isoler les éléments qui lui permettent d'être tels. Par conséquent, notre premier objectif a été celui de saisir ce qui justifie l'utilisation du terme social dans la formule constitutionnalisme social, c'est-à-dire l'introduction d'un noyau substantiel structurant la normativité du social et s'articulant synergiquement autour de trois ressources dogmatico-normatives fondamentales, c'est-à-dire la dignité matérielle, l'égalité substantielle et la solidarité, reflétée dans les catalogues des droits différemment reconnus constitutionnellement. L'analyse généalogico-philosophique et juridico-comparative de cette normativité partagée nous a permis de préciser la signification de l'enracinement constitutionnel des droits sociaux et de leur registre sémantique et normatif, les tout constituant ce que nous appelons dans les titres de la thèse un héritage à la fois commun, différencié et à préserver. Ensuite, dans le deuxième chapitre, notre interrogation sur la citoyenneté sociale nous a conduit à analyser les statuts accordés à celle-ci dans les processus d'intégration européenne. Et la reconstruction de l'acquis social européen est fonctionnelle à la reconstruction du registre sémantique et normatif de ce qui apparaît comme une forme inédite de constitutionnalisme de marché, dans laquelle la citoyenneté sociale se présente comme une notion renvoyant à une communauté de circulation économique centrée sur la normativité concurrentielle et sur la figure du market citizen. Donc, cette reconstruction normative nous a permis de comprendre comment ces constitutionnalismes de marché, dans les rapports multiniveaux avec les paradigmes du constitutionnalisme social, produit une translation de ce qui définit les termes social. Nous avons défini cette opération de translatio comme la production de l'oubli. La normativité du constitutionnalisme de marché agit comme vecteur de résémantisation des éléments normatifs de la citoyenneté sociale selon la rationalité économique du principe concurrentiel. Donc il s'agit de glissements sémantiques qui conduisent à l'oubli des éléments concernés. Et c'est à partir de cet oubli que la citoyenneté sociale est alors à la recherche d'un nouvel imaginaire normatif. Et pour conclure, dans le troisième chapitre, nous avons réfléchi autour de la possibilité de surmonter l'oubli évoqué en identifiant des propositions, des instruments susceptibles de sauvegarder et de réactiver les contenus normatifs oubliés conformément aux nouvelles circonstances et exigences. Nous avons articulé donc une stratégie conceptuelle, nous avons identifié les points clés de cette stratégie, c'est-à-dire le recalibrage de la logique de la protection, de la promotion sociale à partir de la diffusion, de l'individualisation sur les marchés, de l'incertitude sur les marchés de travail, l'élargissement du concept de travail et de ses formes de reconnaissance juridique, l'élaboration des droits sociaux nouveaux et, pour finir, l'exploration des potentialités d'un revenu de base garanti. Donc, l'avenir du processus d'intégration européenne dépendra en bonne partie, à notre avis, de cette capacité à surmonter l'oubli dans lequel se trouve cet héritage. Et donc, merci beaucoup de votre attention. J'en profite pour remercier le professeur Waldewald, le professeur Poirier, la Chambre des députés de Luxembourg et la chaire de recherche en études parlementaires pour le soutien qu'ils m'ont apporté pendant ces années. Merci beaucoup.
Congratulations again. And we will finish with the Doctoral School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I invite Professor Lena Stewecker. Thank you.
It is my great pleasure to call Dr. Blandine Landau to the lectern now, who won an excellent thesis award for her thesis à la recherche des Juifs spoliés, pillage et arianisation au Luxembourg pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale. With this thesis, she conducted the first study of the mechanisms underlying the spoliation of Jewish property in Luxembourg during the Second World War, and her research is a major contribution to the history of the Shoah in Luxembourg. So the stage is yours, Dr. Landau.
Madam Minister, Mr. Rector, dear professors and colleagues, as this was a joint PhD, I would like to start by thanking both my universities, my doctoral schools, and my directors and directresses who trusted and supported me. The research I conducted led me to question what was previously known about the dispossession of the Jews in Luxembourg during World War II, and thus to question the national narrative. When I started this research 4 years ago, 3 postulates dominated the discussion. The first one, no valuable art had belonged to the Jews in Luxembourg before and during World War II. The dispossession had been conducted by and for the Germans, and the global value of the goods taken from the Jews could be assessed based on the accounting books of the German administration, the Chef der Zivilverwaltung. To question these postulates, I had to look for facts, for hard data. And as accessing the sources was made quite difficult, I focused on 2 study cases, using microhistorical analysis to understand how the dispossession had been actually conducted at ground level. The mirroring study cases that we chose were, as you can see, first the art pieces, meaning one type of good on the whole country, and what I called BAB area, a specific neighborhood in which I studied all types of goods. The data I found showed that, first of all, the scale of the dispossession was much broader than what had been previously considered, meaning that the numbers in the accounting books are just the emerging part of the iceberg. Second, that the German administration relied heavily on local actors, both public and private, who conducted and benefited from the Arisierung, the de-Juvenization of Luxembourg, and 3, that the processes served to support the Germanization of Luxembourg, placing the area at a crossroads of the new Nazified European space between 1940 and 1944. Most of the consequences of these policies were never addressed, and my research thus raised questions that parts of Luxembourgish society were not ready to be confronted with. Luckily, my research center was created as, quote, a platform for critical discussion and academic research on issues related to the contemporary history of Luxembourg. This allowed me to conduct a research based on facts and not fear, which, as Hans Rosling underlines, was absolutely essential. In a world where alternative facts and biased narratives tend to hijack the conversation, I think we can all agree that it is a privilege to work in a place where we can debate safely, where the independence of research is respected, and where our scientific integrity is honored, as it is today. Being true to this ethic must be our guiding principle, and for the possibly hard times ahead, please allow me to share this quote from Emily Dickinson that I put above my desk when I started this research 4 years ago. If your nerve deny you, go above your nerve. Vielmals merci.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again. It's really fantastic to see the breadth of research that is being done and the important questions, technical, societal, that are being addressed. Fantastic. Now I have the great pleasure to announce that we also have a special award from the Fondation Lannos that is being awarded this year to one of our graduates from the Department of Engineering. And I welcome again Professor Kreis on the stage.
Okay, this is the first time we are actually awarding this Lannos Prize. Dr. Useldinger, if you would like to join me on stage. Dr. Useldinger is the Vice President of the Nicolas and Jean-Paul Lannos Foundation in Luxembourg, and they approached us a while ago with a wish to award an excellent thesis, PhD thesis in engineering. And the prize goes to Dr. Alfredo Romero Guzman. Alfredo, would you like to come down? For developing, and actually I should say the thesis was supervised in our Department of Engineering by Professor Christoph Odenbreit. And Alfredo developed a reusable timber steel composite that is replacing traditional flooring systems, and it's serving the purpose of making the building industry more sustainable, helping circular development of the building industry, and also reducing the CO2 footprint of flooring systems. So this new material is outperforming traditional materials, and for that we are very happy to award you this prize. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. And I think now it's time to have a little music in between. Thank you.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, the woman warm, I've been kicked around since I was born. It's alright, it's okay, can't you see another way? We can try to understand, know your time's affects some man.
Thank you very much. With this logo, you can only be from France, I guess. Wonderful. So now, don't run away, because now we're coming to the highlight of the ceremony, because now we're going to congratulate and welcome all graduates on stage. And for this, I again will need the help of Anja. And we will do so by doctoral school and doctoral program. And so we will ask each affiliate from a doctoral program to come together on the blue carpet, and then we will give you your little gift. And I would also like to invite our minister and our rector on stage to congratulate you. Thank you.
Okay, and we will start with the awardees, the graduates, sorry, from the doctoral school in economics, finance and management, and Pierre Picard will also be on stage. So I invite all the graduates of the doctoral program in economics and management to come on the blue carpet now. And we start with Yuan Tsai. Seraphim Dempsey. Lisa Oppringer. Alena Podaneva. Rosbe Korbanian. And Bon Clifford Serranilla. And I think we have a group photo now with all of you. Okay. We also have one graduate in the doctoral program in finance. She's not here today, but congratulations. And we continue with the doctoral school in law, Joanna. And there is only one program at this school. This is the doctoral program in law, and I invite all the graduates to come on the blue carpet. We start with Angelica Ahumada Fernandez. Alessio Belli. Pietro Dan. Loïc Guélant de Merxem. Yi Gong. Clément Labi. Juliette Petit. Jurash Seifert. And Federica Veli. And again, please join us for a group photo. The Doctoral School in Science and Engineering is next. Stephanie, thank you. And we start with the doctoral program in computer science and computer engineering. Please join us all on the blue carpet. You're quite a lot. Please also come if you don't see your name. There are 3 slides for you. So we start with Mohamed Afamzis. Lin Chen. Mauro Dalle Luca Tosi. Salyona Dermishi. Florian Felten. Reinaldo Hilpons. Patrick Keller. Zanis Ali Khan. Yan Kim. Clément Lacoste. Yinghua Li. Alexander Matovic. Mario Minardi. Mohamed Adel Mohamed Ali. Ahmed Murtada. Chan Duk Ngo. Mary Rosel. Inderpal Singh. Ning Yuan Sun. And Duk Yung Tran. And please join the carpet again for the group photo. The next doctoral program is the one in complex system science, and I would like to ask all these graduates on the blue carpet. We start with Prasad Adaf. Federico Bicci. Samuele Teolin. Min Wu Chao. Elisa Gomez de Lope. Xin He. Chintan Kumar Chansari. Chrysovalantou Kalaizidou. Gustavo Martín Larrea Gallegos. Johannes Lauer. Damian Mingo Ndivago. And Joanna Stefania Popescu. And please join the others for the group photo. I would now like to ask the graduates from the doctoral program in engineering science on stage and the ones from the doctoral program in mathematics, please. Tamine Adili. Claudia Bandiera. Thierry Decker. Eva Maria Grommes. Alfredo Romero Guzman. Pelum Zogu. And we continue with mathematics. Are you from engineering? Ah, Homan Islami. Sorry, you were not noted as... Sorry. Sorry. And we continue with the credits for mathematics. Brian Advocat. And Tara Trautwein. And let's do a group photo of engineering and mathematics. We continue with the doctoral program in physics and material science. Again, there are 3 slides, so if you are from this program, just join us already on the blue carpet. Alice Desbottes. Thomas Deckert. Matej Ditte. Alberto Garelli. Arkayota Ghoshal. Purani Gnanasambandan. Sabolch Goger. Marvin Just. Stylianos Matsoukas. Alexander Medina Pisciuta. Daniil Nosov. Daniil. Himanshu Pirke. Aubin Prott. Jonathan Rommelfangen. Andrea Rossetti. Charlotte Stoffels. Sabata Bean. And I'm sorry, your name's second name? Second slide, first name, okay. Ricardo Gonzalino Pereira? Okay. The last name, good. Marta Pires Ferreira. And please join for the group photo. And we finish with the doctoral program in Systems and Molecular Biomedicine. Please join us on the blue carpet. Shubhra Acharya. Dagny Aurich. Kyriaki Barmpa. Sibylle Barvaux. Rubens Begage. Charline Bourg. Anouk Even. Lorenzo Favilli. Iria Carmen Fernandez Botana. Susanne Gonda. Marat Kazakin. Mara Lucchetti. Laure Pauli. Lorraine Richard. Candy Steffen. Begonia Talavera Andujar. Alice Zagari. And please join for the group photo. And we come to the Doctoral School in Humanities and Social Sciences. Lena will join us. And we will start with 2 doctoral programs, the doctoral program in education and the doctoral program in social sciences. Please join us on the blue. Maisa de Albuquerque Trigo. Valérie Kemp. We continue with social sciences, Joe Beersens. Hamid Bulut. Gilles Essouman. Ariane Fragnon. Arnaud Mertens. Ensar Muharemovic. Aneta Proskurowska. Artemis Ziopa. And Céline Zimmer. So please join everyone for the group photo. And the next program is the doctoral program in humanities, please. And there are also 2 slides, or 3. too. So please join us on the blue carpet. Bastien Dubuisson. David Fuchs. Annie Rudakar. Yannick Kohl. Blandine Landau. Susana López Ferreira Cascao. Veronika Lovritz. Francis Lucas. Darko Milovic. Vincent Pépin. Irene Portas Vázquez. Daniel Lückrichter. Arno Sauer. Karl Solchenbach. Aida, okay. Aida Horaniet Ibanez, sorry. So please join us for this group photo. And last but not least, the doctoral program in psychology. Please join us on the blue carpet, graduates from psychology. Valentin Emslander. Lynn Erpelding. Miriam Linnea Hale. Alexandre Infanti. Zenita Kijame. Matthias Klee. Rémi Lachelin. Myriam Thomas. Thanks for coming for the group photo.
Wow. Congratulations to all. Bravo. And thank you to Anja, who had a difficult task of identifying everyone individually. You did a great job. Thanks. Dear graduates, dear graduates, you are now University of Luxembourg ambassadors and alumni. We have almost reached the end of the ceremony, but I wouldn't want to finish without leaving a few words to Andy Adams, who is our alumni advisor, and I would like to invite Andy with me on stage.
I started building the University of Luxembourg Alumni Network about the time you started your PhD. So it felt like a PhD as well, but now we're fully launched. And I think the most important message you can take with you today is that the alumni are firmly established as the third pillar of the university community, along with the students and staff. So if you've already registered, which many of you have, and if you haven't yet, the first thing we do for you is we have something called the Grad Pack. So when you register for the Alumni Network, you have a chance to still get an alumni email address. And I do have to say, feedback from PhDs at the beginning 3 and 4 years ago heavily influenced the decision to offer this. But you also have access to lifelong learning at discounted rates for the University of Luxembourg Competence Center and the Confucius Institute, and a myriad of external partners as well, chambers of commerce, cultural organizations, and media subscriptions that you can get at discounted rates to Luxembourg Times in English, to Quotidien in French, and the Tageblatt in German. So you'll not only be well informed when you leave the university, but you'll have a chance to network outside in the Luxembourg community, where 50% of you at least end up staying. But that's kind of what you get being an alumni from the university, but giving back is also a big part of the alumni experience. And I'll take an example that the rector mentioned in his speech. He mentioned Françoise, one of his 5 examples, who's now in the Chamber of Deputies. She hosted a private tour of the Chamber of Deputies, along with one of the other alumni deputies, in October, exclusively for alumni for the university. So giving back takes multiple different forms. You can find the way that fits you the best. But when you sign up for the Alumni Network, you already gave back by saying, I want to stay engaged with the university. And when you fill out the graduate employment survey, which was sent this week, it's an incredibly important exercise for the university. You're also giving back. And together with the student delegation, we've established the 2024 Class Fund, where the Alumni Network puts €5 into the class fund for everybody that registers, and €5 into the class fund for everybody that fills out the employment survey. And together with the delegation, we've decided, and again, this is appropriate for the PhDs here, that money will be contributed to the Cancer Research Fund of the university, helping researchers who are doing research in cancer, unfortunately a topic which has affected many of us. And overall, 300 graduates of the class of 2024 have already joined the Alumni Network, which means that fund already has €1,500 in it. So again, congratulations on your PhD. I think it's like rocket science. I don't know how you guys did it, but you did. Congratulations. I hope you join the Alumni Network and help build it in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy, and thank you to all speakers. And before concluding, I really also would like to thank all the people behind the scenes that have helped to make this event a ceremony. In particular, the communication team, the administrative staff, the Office of Doctoral Studies, the photographer, the people up there behind the screen. They are running the whole show. So thank you, everyone, and especially also special thanks to the Roosters, and thank you for taking us through. So herewith, the ceremony is closed. I would like to ask all the graduates to come down on the stage for a group photo, and then afterwards, you also are free to take photos with your supervisor, directors, whoever you want. Anya will help to guide through to have some formal group photos, but for the moment you can all come down to stage, and everyone else, if you are thirsty, you can already move to the Maison des Arts et Étudiants, which is the building next door. And there you can enjoy the evening with a reception drink. So I wish you a great evening and also my best wishes for the end of year festivities. Thank you.
I'm gonna find them all Saving Nation Army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it up. Taking their time right behind my back. And if I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget, back and forth through my mind.
Ah ja, die Musik ist laut. Okay. Ich meine noch das wird laut, das wird laut. Eins von mir.
Don't wanna hear about it.
No.
Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the Hounds of Hell. And if I got you coming back my way, I'm gonna let it go. That ain't what you wanna hear, but that's what I do. And the feeling's coming from my eyes, says leave me alone. I'm going to Wichita, far from this opera forevermore. I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweet dream